Hey guys, Michael here with another video, and today I wanted to talk about aviation careers. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there who believe that becoming an airline pilot is the only path in aviation. And I wanted to dispel this rumor or dispel this myth and let people know that there are so much more in aviation than just becoming an airline pilot. Now, for me, I really like the idea of being an airline pilot. I know that has been my dream for years. And based off of what I've researched, based off of the people that I met, the first-hand accounts, the lifestyle is what I really find attractive. Now, that may not be for everyone. And the reality is a lot of people realize it a little too late, and that's what really discourages people along their aviation journey. I know I've heard stories of people putting down loans and down payments just to realize a little later on about the sacrifices that it takes to become an airline pilot. But I'm creating this video for those people who don't know exactly what's out there, understanding that aviation is so much more than just becoming an airline pilot. There are so many avenues in creating a long-lasting, fulfilling career in aviation, doing what you love. Now, the first one is contract pilot. Not a lot of people take a look at this one. Now, there is a subsection of aviation where there are people who get their own type ratings, who get their own certificates for these specialized aircraft, and then create a specialized role of being a contractor for hire. These are contract pilots. A lot of them don't leave the house without making 1800 a day, right? Imagine that, making 1800 a day just for your time, and that's the minimum that I've seen. A lot of these guys, they're very discreet, they know the right people, they network the right ways, they shake the right hands, and if you need to know anything more about networking, I've created a video on that. But regardless, there are pilots out there who manage their own clients. And when you're looking at this avenue, it takes a lot of networking. It takes a lot of skill, a lot of communication skills, and a lot of people skills just to maintain this side of aviation. It can be incredibly rewarding because you are your own boss. You get to set your own times. You get to hustle on your own. You get to make your own schedule. But the downside is you have to figure out where you are going to get work. But there are a lot of sites out there that are made for contract pilots. There are tons of contracts coming in every single day, and people are looking for them daily, right? Private jet travel has been on the up and up because a lot of the wealthy may not want to be stuck in planes where there could be a lot of transferable diseases, etc. So if you are someone who's a go-getter, if you are someone who's looking to build your own schedule, be your own boss, and manage your own network, contract pilot may be for you. But again, it takes a lot of people skills, it takes a lot of networking, and there's a lot of upfront costs in order to be in that position. A lot of it has to be done on your own. There are some people who circumvent it by going to other operations and then getting their hours there and their certificates and then becoming a contract pilot later on. The next option is becoming a charter pilot. Now, a charter pilot effectively is on a smaller type of airline route. But the benefit of being a charter pilot is the ability to be home at night. A lot of charter pilot and a lot of 135 operations have the capability of getting you home every single night. And a lot of people make long-term careers out of just being a charter pilot. The longer that you stay there, the more money that you earn, the higher your seniority, the better pay, the better quality of life you get. And depending on the operation, more than likely, you're going to be able to come home at night and be with your family and friends. And that's really the benefit of being a charter pilot. The downside, of course, just like a lot of things on this list, it may not have the pay potential that the airlines do. However, if you are someone who's looking for more of a quality of life decision or something that can get you home at night, then this may be the option for you. There's a lot of fulfilling charter companies that go to amazing destinations. So don't feel like you'll be stuck in the continental US as a charter pilot. There are some other operations out there that can get you places that will really excite you. Next, I really like is a corporate pilot. Now, a lot of people confuse a charter pilot and a contract pilot with a corporate pilot. They are very similar, however, there are slight nuances, right? A corporate pilot works for a corporation, has a dedicated fleet, is a full-on employee of said dedicated corporation. I mean, think about it. These big companies like Target, Walmart, maybe Best Buy, these companies all have executives that need to travel from point A to point B from different stores nationwide. And a lot of times they are looking for pilots. They're looking for pilots to fly their jets. And I know even Target, they have a fleet of jets. I think the same for Walmart as well, because they have so many executives populated around the United States. So you can be part of a corporation, whereas a contract pilot may fly for corporate offerings. However, a contract pilot is effectively managing his own bids, right? He's his own boss. But the difference is a contract pilot is managing his own bids, managing his own schedules. A corporate pilot is a full-on employee of said corporation. And then as a charter pilot, you're just taking bids from people who do want to fly on your jet. So really just people who will pay to travel on a pay by demand basis. So those are the nuances between the few. A lot of overlap in the aircraft that you get to fly between the three of them: corporate, charter, or contract pilot. All three of those are great options in the aviation career that will give you a little bit more flexibility as it comes to scheduling. Now, that's not the end of the list. Now, if you wanted to, you could become a lifelong CFI. Now, don't click off just yet. The reality is, yes, even though a lot of CFIs don't get paid as well, you can up your pay if you specialize. That's the key word. Specializing in certain aircraft for certain individuals will create a very successful CFI career. Now, if you get your CFI, if you get your double I, or even if you get your MEI, you find the aircraft that you want to teach in, or something that does not have a lot of instructors in, that can enable you to become an instructor in that aircraft. So I'm talking Aerostars, I'm talking Epics, I'm talking all the luxury elite aircraft that are out there that a lot of people don't really look at, or only the 1% are purchasing. If you specialize in being an instructor in some of these aircraft, you will be the on-demand person that people call when they're looking to train in this aircraft. So specializing in a certain type, maybe a turboprops, maybe turbine aircraft, whatever it may be, specialize in a specific aircraft, and you can keep your CFI, your double I, and even your MEI rating to instruct in these planes. The cool reality of it is that if you are in demand and if you do this correctly, you will be able to set your own prices. You will be at the top of your game, and people will be coming to you for instructing in these planes where there are nobody who has experience in, right? It could be a very rare aircraft like a Pagio or something that not a lot of people have types in. So that's the benefactor of specializing as a CFI. And I think especially if you're a person who really likes to teach, this could be good for you. And the same downsides as being a contract pilot, you kind of have to shake hands and network on your own. It takes a lot of upfront work, but the reward is incredibly great. And I think that may be an option for a lot of people looking for an ulterior role when going into the aviation path. Now, guys, I hope you've been paying attention thus far, because the key word is specialize. If you specialize in certain things as it leads to aviation, you can make a lot up front and you can live a quality lifestyle that you want to live. There's so much more out there, right? There are firefighting pilots. There are pilots who do tour guides. There are pilots who carry cargo in small islands, right? There's so much out there that you can explore when becoming a pilot. There's so many different career paths that are other than just being an airline pilot. I hope this video has opened your mind to what's out there, what you can be in aviation. There's so much more, and I encourage you guys to explore. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe. If you liked it, feel free to like it. And I hope you decide to share it with someone who could probably use this. Maybe there's a pilot in your life who's debating on whether he wants to be an airline pilot or she wants to be an airline pilot and what path to go. I hope this has opened your mind to other avenues in aviation. But until next time, I wish you guys blue skies and tailwinds. See you guys in the next one.